There is so much toxicity spreading around me. A lot of us say this, right? And honestly, I was also experiencing a similar thing, which is why I decided to come back home for a while and rejuvenate, have fun with family, and then get back to college after a few days. I booked my train at 6 a.m. in the morning. I was so tired. I wasn't even able to sleep for the past 2-3 days in college. I was surviving at 3-4 hours of sleep in the night, and on this day also I had to wake up early because I had an early morning train. I was finally able to catch the train at the last hour. And then once I sat into the train, I started my introspection. First of all, I would like to appreciate this very cute gesture of these people. They decided to give a rose to every passenger of the train, and this was so cute and I was so happy. And then began my thought process. I thought a lot about this 8-letter word, which has very recently gained a lot of popularity through social media, through Gen Z, which is toxicity. These days, people are toxic, situations are toxic, college is toxic, school is toxic, and oh my god, what is not toxic? But wait, if we take a step back to introspect, what has actually become toxic in our lives? Have people around us become more ruthless, rude, or have we become a bit less tolerant towards opinions, criticism? What exactly? Well, according to me, it is both. And the best way I could decipher to give myself a better perspective was first of all to sleep, have a nice home cooked meal, edited a few pictures for my Instagram feed to post, and then I quickly headed upstairs to take a shower. I hadn't taken a shower in the morning and my hair was feeling dry, damaged, and frizzy, so I decided to take a nice warm head bath. I'm using bblunt's Intense Moisture range today. bblunt is a premium hair care and styling brand which is synonymous with cutting edge hair styling and hair care. Their Intense Moisture range has ingredients like jojoba oil, which is rich in vitamins and minerals and acts as a natural moisturizer, and vitamin E, which is a great ingredient for hair as it hydrates and rejuvenates the dry and flaky scalp. It is enriched with shine tonic to give me shiny, nourished and frizz-free hair, designed by hair experts to give me salon-like hair at an unbelievable price of rupees 399, and that too SLS and paraben free, followed by the Intense Moisture hair mask, and I left it for around 5 to 10 minutes. Every time you buy from them, bblunt will link your order to a Women They Empower with Sambhav Foundation through bblunt Shine Academy. They're on a mission to empower 10,000 women across the nation. Once I washed it off, the side where I'd applied these 3 products, the comb passed so smoothly and the hair was so frizz-free, while on the other side it was a bit difficult to pass the comb, and this gave my hair such a nice shiny and frizz-free finish. And if you too want to get your hands on these products, do not forget to use my code Mitali2023 on bblunt's official website. You can also get these products on Nykaa, Amazon and Flipkart, so go shop now. After having my shower and getting done with my skincare, I felt extremely fresh and a gush of fresh thoughts came into my mind. That wait, if people around me are toxic for me, people around someone else must also be toxic for them. I know this sounds confusing, but if I feel that someone is toxic for me, even I must be toxic for someone, right? So before trying to judge anyone else around me, let me first introspect what has gone wrong with me that someone around me thinks that I am toxic. Meanwhile, a friend of mine visited me, and while talking to her and listening to our conversations, I realized that we as human beings find it very easy to point out anyone else's shortcomings and their bad behavior and make a fuss out of it. But we, again as human beings, never ever try to point out our own shortcomings, that what has gone wrong with us exactly, and try to mend it. For example, recently I had posted an Instagram reel of mine as a short. It did well on Instagram and I felt that would be the same response on YouTube. But when I saw the comments, which were very hateful, I couldn't understand what's happening. But then instead of blaming others for being toxic or putting baseless comments, I realized that, wait, hey, comedy is not the kind of content that I very often post on YouTube, and not many people are very accustomed to it. Secondly, my productivity sort of content is something that is really loved by people here. The video was made in a very sarcastic tone, and I used my very own Hindi wala accent, in which I don't very often talk on YouTube. But people took it in a way that I'm trying to fake my accent, or I'm trying to overact in that video, or I'm just not being productive, or I'm degrading the people who wake up really early and work hard. Honestly, initially I couldn't understand where that was coming from, and I just felt that why are people so harsh on me? Why is this such a big of a deal if I have put such a video out? Since I did not mean it very literally and it was intended only for entertainment purposes. But then I took a step back to only realize that this is not the kind of content that people have actually followed me on YouTube for. I mean, I do understand that every video will be different, every video will have a different tone, but my sole learning from that particular video and the comments there was that people expect different things on YouTube and Instagram, and I need to segregate my content, and I shouldn't have posted a reel directly from Instagram to YouTube without realizing that these are different platforms where people expect different things. Now in this situation, I also could have done things differently by blaming others, by saying that okay, these comments are toxic, these people are toxic, they're not realizing the intention of the video, and be sad and disturb my own mental health. With this whole thought process going on in my mind, I tried to finish most of my shoots on this beautiful day.
This is the second shoot of the day. I have shot 4-5 short videos and मुझे बार बार वापस आना पड़ रहा है because the iPhone gets heated up really bad and then I can't shoot with it. So right now I'm just waiting for it to cool down and then we'll resume the shoot.
And lastly, one important thing that we all need to realize is that if someone is being toxic for us, there is a very high probability that even we are being toxic for somebody else. So before pointing fingers at other people and situations, first of all, understand yourself. Before complaining about everyone else being toxic, let us all try to be less toxic towards other people. So let's talk politely. First understand them and then make them understand you. The immediate urge to be irritated and frustrated over family and friends and over any other person who doesn't try to understand you, let's keep that urge aside for a while and try to understand them. Try to understand their point of view. Instead of saying that this world is a very toxic place to live in, let's make one step each day to make this world a less toxic place. Let's keep our egos aside for a while, our personal grudges aside for a while. Let's understand the other person, and I'm sure the other person will also try to understand us one day. Because people, life is very short and this world can be made a beautiful place to live in only if you try to. I want to thank these 3 beautiful people who have made my world beautiful, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, stay safe, take care, bye bye. If you like this one, you know what to do.